Test? Okay, now there's a microphone. Game shows us absurdly high volume, but there's also microphone seems high. Okay, hopefully that's good. Let's see. Hope for the best. Yeah, I did not. I need to play. Every week I say I need to do more. This was Sam card. Okay, well we got a Charizard. That's something. What's new in the shop? Not a lot. We already have that recipe, but there is a new recipe, so grab that. It's not one we're likely to use much, but it's something. And a new little friend. My voice is too low. Okay. My voice is maxed on this. I'm just gonna drop this a bit. Oh! I should not remember the unevolved version's name. Anyway, this guy. Find it helps him. It was me searching after all. But this place, I'm gonna press a feat. Thank you. Is this better? Just like turn the game down. As in, your voice is too loud. Trying to send you. The rest is too loud. Like, wait, yeah, it was really loud. Okay, so I turned game down. How's that? Is that better now? It's nice. It seems supposed to bring happiness, but that may also bring torment. I'm sure you'll be just fine though. Don't have a feeling. No, that's good. It's about the same as my voice. Okay, my voice is cranked up to the top, and I've over-halved game volume now. I would say lower everything but your... Okay. How's that? A bit again! Okay, is this better? Here, I'm still gonna flip things. Is this... Trying to just do things for noises. Too low now? I barely touched the thing! Okay. That's as close as I can get to the middle. I'm moving it like barely a millimeter on the slider. Is this better? Okay. Sure. I'm not gonna pretend to understand what was happening there. Anyway, just gonna move on and pretend that whole thing just didn't happen. I finished adding more fire, and I added a little entrance of fire, and more flames there. I thought about covering this up so it just pours out the side, but this is as far as I've got. So I added ash piles from all the fire everywhere. I finished adding more lava and blocks around, and we added the entire walkway coated in fire so that there's a lava entrance. So now the Ultra Flame has an appropriate amount of flame. So we finished this. And now today, we're gonna move on to... Oh! The building spawns in before the surrounding bots does, so, I guess that's what it looks like! So there's the, abandoned power plant. That's... Huh. Kinda neat you can do that, and kind of awful, but okay. So we finished... I just sort of trimmed down the sides there so it fits. And then, yeah. Okay. Cool. There goes that mystery. For the third one, I will very carefully look down until we get there, I guess. Oh, hey, my shadow. Is it? I wonder what it looks like. Are you ready for the unveiling? Yeah, the abandoned power plant's all finished. Check it out. What will it be? Okay, we didn't see the colors at least, so this does look kind of cool. There was still that to it. Battle plan is complete. Okay. This goes in a lot more than I thought it would, because it had me do all the way up to this one. So, blending that into the basement might be harder than I thought. But that's gonna be I was gonna say a later problem, actually, like a problem for like 10 minutes from now. Okay, this kind of looks neat. You know, it's a little hallway, which just ends here. I like the electricity everywhere. So what's powering this? Those are empty. Like, what's actually powering these lights? Is this whole building automatically powered, which is what all this lightning zapping everywhere is, and you just put all the lights and stuff you want in? Because if so, that's kind of neat. Oh, that jolted me right away. You made the spot? Nice work. Real energizing stuff. Zapdos, electric Pokemon. This Pokemon has complete control over electricity. There are tales of Zapdos nesting in the dark depths of pitch-black thunderclouds. Fine. Fly, again. It's powered by the bird. That does make sense, yeah. Does that mean we can move Zapdos into other buildings and they'll be automatically powered? Because Moltres does not have burn, and Zapdos does not have generate. Ideal habitat bright. Electronics, nice breezes, glass stuff, symbols, luxury, spicy flavors. We should start just blocking this off so that we have the house for Zapdos here. We need to quickly go over this way. We need just gates and a fence. And 3 pieces of furniture. Not making that mistake again. I like how the ones that can fly are just floating around. Do we have extra fencing? We have iron enclosure and metal fencing. Not very much of it. Do we have anything? Not really. Do we have anything here? Not really. Do we have anything here? Not really. But we have enough wood, we can just make some like wooden fences. There's a gate. We'll need at least this. Was the fencing near there? I thought it was. Did we pass it? Did we not pass it? No, here it is. Fence. The 3 will be more than enough. Having it made of wood instead of metal is probably for the better. Like, metal things near a power plant, just make it out of wood. Yes. Okay. Remember how I said don't forget the furniture? Well, anyway. I don't think this will connect to anything. Like, that's not a solid wall, so I have to go one in anyway? Yeah, it needs to go one in to connect there, and now it is. But now we just need furniture to dump in there real quick. He lights electronics, but there's a lot of stuff around, so even if I like Moltres just put stuff in there, it should be fine. For now. We'll fix it up later. Just get rid of these. Just where's something? Anything particularly relevant to what Moltres likes? I'm assuming you're at the bottom. Yeah. Glass, symbols, luxury, spicy flavors, electronics. So electronics and glass are going to be the easiest ones to find. Okay, electronics and glass. I mean, that's an electronic. I'm assuming a CD player counts as electronics. And not much else here. You know what? Jumbled Torch is related. It's gonna be easy enough, just put some dirt and grass batch down to the edges. Yeah, it's not gonna be too bad. And then come around here. And just kind of... Can I put it down on there? Does this count? Oh, it doesn't quite fit. There. Is that not in this? Do these not count as furniture things? I just kind of assumed that they had that. There we go. There. There. And you know what? We'll just fill this up. That's a habitat? Perpetual mess. That was the plan? Yep. Cardboard boxes and any two of yep, that's... I'm just that good at this. I just want to move in here. The house. Okay. So now you live here. The lightning around did not come back. I was kinda hoping it would if he lived like in here. But we have Zapdos now. So that's a spot. Oh. Okay. So yeah, bringing this back in won't be much problem. We just place some grass around here, place more grass around. We can delete all this dirt, replace it with grass so it looks better. That's fine. Not too worried about that. You're in the power plant. Then we can work on replacing this to blend that into the power plant better. And then we have the basement with the door, as we planned before. That's fine, okay. Okay, we got our power plant in. So now before we start decorating that, we're gonna figure out where to place the last one. And then we'll go back to the power plant. Here we go. Freezing chambers. I mean, that island seems like the logical choice, or that one. Because we have the Ultra Flame there. We have that power plant there. Either here or here. Let's check back in the back. Because that seems like the nicest spot to build something. With the problem being we can't really go down. So if I just place it here, what are we looking at? I mean, it fits in terms of the square. So that would work-ish, just a little off here. If we could dig down. The problem is we can't. What about these hills? If getting rid of these mounds, if we could go even down to here, would be big on making it fit. Can we though? Like if I... How far down? Okay. Why is this working? This is not a good spot to test this in. If I go inside to the highest point. Yes, because I need to activate the elevator, because I can't fly up otherwise. This highest point would be this block here. So if we dig up, go outside so we get a feel for how high up we are. This block we can level to this. How much does that lower it? Actually a pretty good amount to that grass. That could work. That's actually pretty good. Okay. I think we can just go for it. Because that was here. And just double checking nowhere goes higher. Yeah. That... Oh, this does? Is this the same? No, this is the same. Okay. Okay, that's the highest point in the roof. So we can get rid of all of the... Oh, it's not, is it? How does this compare? Okay, so this goes down 1, down 2, down 3, up 1, up 2, up 3, up 4. That might still be okay. Because you would see the bottom of what we were building. That would just lower it by 1, but only here. So instead of being up here, the roof might be here or here. Either way, that's a negligible difference. So I think we're safe to get rid of all of these bumps on it and clear everything to this height. We might be able to do 1 or more extra, so to be safe, do it to this height, see how it looks, with the knowledge we can do 2 more. We're gonna go through a lot of this. And then, to mark this height, we're just gonna go ahead and right down the middle of it. So now we know the lowest point we can go. Or, yeah. Well, kind of. We can do 2 more. But if this works, it makes it easier. Okay. Anyway. So, let's start at the top and work our way down, as we've been doing. You. Nope, you. This. Well, I guess first, actually, let's pick this back up. And now we start destroying things. Oh, there's not a lot of great spots to stop here. This one. Okay, destroy all this. In hindsight, we should start closer to where we marched off was the safe place. And go from there. Nope, that turned zooming fast. So if we start there and work our way out, we'll have a nice this is where we can go line. So where was that? It should be a big hole in the side. Right here. That's the hole. So we'll start with destroying this big bump here. Then this. Nope, don't jump up. Then this. Okay, we'll get there. There we go. Suck up all of this before it despawns from destroying too much. Alright, now we did all this. Gonna swap to you so we can pick up this. And 1 more, so get out of this. And this just gives us a really nice, big, large, flat area as a reference of where we can go. We don't have to keep looking for that little hole in the side anymore. This. Pick up all this. So now we can start bringing all of these down. So all of these spires, like this is a nice flat area. So if we can destroy 2. So if we bring all of these spires down to about this height. Destruction. Gather up all of this. Gather up that. We can do it from here, and then 2 more here. So that's good. This little spire is mostly done. This one... Nope, that's the opposite of getting up. Up, nope. We'll get there. Got it. Down. A little more. Okay, we did this. I don't know how far back we need to go this way, so... I guess also... I don't know, we'll figure that out. Get rid of this one. Down 1. Down 2. Gather up all of this. This is the same. We're good because of that. Compare it to the others. Get rid of this real quick, then just down the whole thing apparently. Down this. Up all of that. 2 more. That's 3. There we go. So much destruction. This is the greatest destruction. Gather up all of this, and that seems to be about the same height, so we're good. Okay, this half seems ready to go. So now we can eat, because that is painfully slow. Let's continue destruction. This is so rewarding. Watching everything just crumble away and then just sucking it all up and getting everything back after. Then we'll go back to the, what's it called, power plant. Once we get this figured out. Select all that up. That's just so rewarding. Go into the middle of it all. Circle whoop. Up these. Get up these. Get up these. That. All of that. And is that it? Can we start on the last layer on the side now? Almost. And then we should grab that tree. Do this. Pitch up all of this. Get the tree now. And I just grasp while we're doing this. And time for the bottom. You know what? No. Well, hold on to this until we can do both sides. So this is 1, 2. Oh, come on. Okay, we're gonna go up another one and do it the easy way. And there we go. Get rid of all that. Set that up. Where's the... Ooh, okay, that's gonna take a couple layers. Up here, up here, up here. Up here, here. Down 2. That's 2. That's 2, 3, 4. 6 is not 2. Down 1, down 2. But like, actually 2 this time. Go across here. all of this. Let's see here. 1, 2. Nope. Nope. We want this, and there. This. So much rock. Spotted rock cliff. Lots of tiny stones are crammed in between stone and cliff rocks. Doing them red to luck. Huh. We got something new. Speaking of something new. Trace of a Pokemon. Elevated paint tall grass. Okay. That's something we're gonna have to do. This. This. Well, like, this whole area is elevated, so that doesn't mean much. Got up this. And batch to destruction. And it's just these. Oh, that's already done here. Okay, well that's convenient. Yeah, we're eating again. We're not dealing with that. Nope. I want this one. Here we go. All of this. All this. This. And this. There we go. So now, this. Nope, water gun. That's not what I wanted. Got that. So now we can go down 2 and bring the. So now we can go down 2 and bring this whole thing down to the same level there. So much destruction. Okay, this is wonderful. I need more disjoined things. After we're done building these, I don't know what we're gonna destroy next, but it'll be something. We're definitely destroying something. Okay, so we can go to lower still. But how are we looking for overall space here? Oh, that's plenty. It hangs over the sides a lot. Okay, we might have to go 2 more down just to have it be slightly wider. We're gonna do it after all, eh? Let's do it. Down 2. And then square it off, go to the edge. Yeah, this is awful. Got this. This is too much running back and forth. We're not going to make it a nice square and go through it. That's going to be... we'll see. Maybe. It is satisfying watching the square disappear when you can see all of it. We'll need this again. Made a nice squared off little area. Suck up all of this. And this. And that. And right off the ledge. That's also an option. Not one that I like. Okay, so now we have a nice blocky area here. Up there, up there. Over, pick up all of this. And all of this. It's not to go nearly as far back as I was expecting us to. But we also kinda do have to, just to make it look nicer. It's not very deep, it's just very wide. We do have to stop every once in a while just to pick up stuff, or else we'll lose it all as it despawns. So every once in a while. But now we've got something more blotchy going on. We can just sort of do it from one side so that we don't have to run all the way around picking up everything. There's that hole I was digging earlier, that's just, there you go, and we'll never see that again. So it does come out here, but again, we'll never know. So if I place it like here. Oh no, we have to do pretty far back after all, okay. So we'll just make a nice square out of this again. Itchy nose. We do have to go all the way out to the side, that's kind of the whole point. So this is a nice square shape. Ooh. I did a weird thing there. There we go. This is kind of awkwardly shaped here, but we're working with what we've got. Okay. kind of just didn't do this back area. Like, there's a little extra bit that we just never touched. Yet another one. We should fly up to... Oh, well, there was a nice ladder, never mind. That would have been bad. There we go. Okay, for this part here, how about we just... Good thinking, go straight into Dragonite form from Graveler, eh? That would have been bad. I mean, not really, we would just teleport back up. But anyway. This. Just for this edge part to avoid falling off into the abyss. You. And we to make a nice square from this side. And now just to deal with this big block. Down about here. Okay. I was trying to remember if I even uploaded last week to the YouTube channel or not. I think I did. I think so. I'm just gonna say I did. Yeah. I would never just forget to do that and not upload for several weeks. That would be silly. That's not something I would do. Okay, so now we have a much bigger area. So if I come back over here, somewhere middle-ish, like here, and drop this down. This looks like it needs to be more here? That sits out kind of far, but it is over, so you can kind of build up, I guess. We might have to do that last two down. It's all over stuff. It's not hanging over nothing. So we might end up in a altar of flame situation where it's not as bad as it looks to Feds. I'm gonna say that's what's gonna happen. If we do go down 2 though, this would be on the edge, but there. think we can actually go down 2 more though. Is that too much here? Yeah, and that was this spot, then it went up. So if we go 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that'd be the one above us and this. It would go down to here, which would still be, but it wouldn't be bad. Because this would still exist. It would be this one and this one. So if we fill in this with rock, it would just be smooth and there wouldn't be any little bump here. It would still work. There's something behind this. This is the destroy it rock. Oh hey, there's a whole cave full of protein metal here. Oh. Anyway, yeah, we can do 2 more and it would be worth it. Where was that hole? Right here. Yeah, just looking at this, like this would bring it down 1, 2. It would be here. Yeah, it's worth it. So we do sort of encroach on the river, but like it's the best we can do and make it all work. So get rid of this. Again, make a nice big square. Oh. Tree shaded fluffy flower bed. Well, that's a tongue twister. This lands on an even bigger area and just makes it fit that little bit nicer. Okay, we will get that. And continue destruction. Nope, get back up, get back up. Okay, come back over here and grab this while we're at it. Just for Pokemon. Unlimited pink tall grass. Again, that's fair enough. The mini version of the same Pokemon species there. That's made sense. Rock, and we just put you down there. There we go. And now we continue moving along. This is the last one though. I know this is kinda dull and not much is happening, but this is the last one. After this, we're good. So yeah, this doesn't go that far back actually. Okay, so if we just kinda little so we want it on this one, so as a placeholder we put something right behind it for ease. Pick that up. Where are you? Here, place it there. Okay, now we know where that's going. We need to level all of this. Oh! I found the river. Get rid of that. Come out here. Go up. Some of those are floating. That's kind of neat. Okay, let's deal with this issue. Where's the edge of it. Right there. And how far this way? Is that the end? That is kind of the end. Okay. So if we do this, come out this way, gather up all of this. Like we saw with the Ultra Flame, anything around it, we can also easily decorate, so. If we have a huge open area in front of it that we're clearing, that's not a problem. Nope, nope, don't touch up all of that. For the rest of this, I might have to do this the hard way. Now we take this, and we can easily just fill that in. There we go, that's dealt with now. We can just leave that, I guess. It's a little thing over there. Yeah, we'll have to come back for some of this. I shouldn't have done it with Rachas. Now we have no choice but to do it the hard way with Magnetti. This. This. Pick up all of this. Okay. So apparently there was another hole there. We'll just go ahead and do this. That was lower than I meant to do. Hopefully it still looks okay from inside. Can I get it in, down? Down? No? Okay. If I make a little hole there, though, I can go in and down. There we go. And now we have to do this. We need like an air block so I can replace all of the blocks with stuff with blocks of no stuff. At least this isn't a big area. This is only like a few. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel later, and you want more content like this of absolutely nothing happening and tedious repetitive destruction of blocks over and over again, be sure to like and subscribe. Okay, we're done that. Let's just finish destroying all this now. This is the fun part. I say as I stop. Great. Perfect timing. Okay. Do this. Back over here. We need another one of these. That should... Now this is the fun part. That's what I meant. Yeah, going down that little bit made this on that level now, so that was worth doing. Take all this. This hole now just doesn't exist. Gather up all of that. Gather up all of that. Okay, almost there. Missed one. About that. And that. And all that. Well, if Skyland Cliff Rock is ever something we want, we are set. I don't know when we'd want it, but if we ever do. Done all this. And all this. And all this. Just do a cross. And get rid of all this. Can I do that last little? There we go. And there. There's a stone. Can't get that, rocket it away. I want you still do this. This. And that one too. That one too. Okay, so now we have a kind of blocked off area. We just have this one last side. Oh no, we actually have a hole. We're good. Let's go back to here. And start working our way down. So this is as low as we can make this island. What, like we're standing on the roof of the cave where the dojo is. Anything that doesn't fit here on the edges like that will have to be built up instead of down. Which isn't very much, so it was definitely worth going down 2 more. Okay. There we go. That's as nice as I can make it for this. Which means now we need to fill in the space. Jody. You. That's gonna be a little annoying to do, but not too bad. This is much closer to the wall, but that's also close to the ledge, so we can't really go further this way. So let's fill in all the space here. Some spots are still, nope, they filled in, okay. Pick that up. Pick that, nope. Nope. There we go. I mean, we don't have to do much actually, just leave it like that and there's a little indent in the wall cave. We can barely have to do anything to fill that in. Where's the light? Thank you. Yeah, just like make it slightly less square and that's done. But on this side, it's gonna take a little bit more. Down. There we go. But not as much as I thought. Same kind of deal, looking at it. Okay. This will take a little. Like, a lot. Two? Yeah. But again, if you make it kind of an indent, like a little semi-cave on the side, it's not awful. Just make it less square, add some little bits going down, and yeah, okay. It's not bad. What do we need here? Let me write this down. $50. If I could type stone, I'm assuming that's ice. Yeah. 50 ice. 10 crystal fragments. Crystal fragments. And 10 Pokemon metal. Which is the island that has ice? Pokopia ice blocks. Is there no way of getting more ice blocks? The fairy doll has it apparently. Dragonite Dream Island apparently has some. There was a ton underground. Spawn. Eevee doll also apparently has a lot. Okay. I know this is just thrilling content to watch, but I mean, in one of the ice caves on the Clefairy Dream Island. Is there ice Clefairy doll Geomantu? Ice in a small cave. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of people say Clefairy doll. Clefairy it is. Okay. First off, yeah. We need to dump all of the stuff in our inventory first. Because we have a lot of stuff in our inventory. We're not gonna have room for ice. Let them all just playing around happy. Let's go back here. Or I have 50 apparently. That's cool too. Dump all of, yeah, we're gonna need like 2 more of these. Not even connected to the bots, just to exist. So much stone if we ever need Skyline Cliff Rock. And then this one. Okay, there we go. To a Clefairy Island. Cleaning up all this real quick. Okay, to Clefairy. Yes. Sure, Mushroom Copper Limbs and Rock Peak? Does any of them say ice? Is that a... Just Dragonite was mentioned and Eevee was mentioned. But it does have metal on the crystal fragments that we need. Dragonite was mentioned as having ice, and it has the crystal fragments, so instead of Clefairy, maybe Dragonite's the one we want, just for the crystals? Yeah, then we can at least double up on it. Okay, Dragonite it is. None of them had ice listed, so... Sure. This seems like the kind of thing I'm gonna have to do during the week, which as we've seen I do like once or twice. first things first, grab the little thingy here. Any interesting loot lying around? That's not ice, although it's shiny. That's the mysterious stone stuff. Okay, well, we can loot all the stuff lying around. 3 pieces of fluff. Waste paper. A punching. Oh, we got one of those now. So this machine really did their fist, and I'll tell you how strong your punch is. I think we need one of those for something. Habitat information. Luxury chirp chirp meal. Ooh. That's luxury right there. That's a very chirp chirp meal. Let's see. Anything over there? A tire toy. Here's plane. Purchase plane equipment. Put them on the ground. Have fun hopping over them. Is there stuff going up? It's kind of miscellaneous stuff. Nothing amazing though. Okay. If I want stuff, I can always come back. I've spent a lot of time today just tearing down a hill. I really don't want to spend the rest of the stream also tearing down stuff here. Habitat information. Well, we've done that. Okay, now let's look for caves. Particularly ones containing ice. Although crystal fragments would be good too. We can pick this up and take it with us and always destroy it for crystal later, but if we want to decorate with crystal clusters, then we can still. Hi, Dad. After I finish my homework today, I'm going to Yuri's place. She's gonna show me a Pommy video, so I might be kinda late getting home. Love, Natalie. Okay. I mean, fair. Full recovery. Pichu, but we have Pikachu. That came from... Can you get a normal Pikachu? And something else. Bed, first aid kit, plain chest. Okay. Do all the Pokemon that you get from the main story also have a habitat? Might as well grab the mushrooms while we're here. So I think we're actually running a little low on these. I used a lot of them on the grassy tower room to make lights in there with the natural feel to it. This is the mysterious stone and not ice, right? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. It was just shiny, so I just kept doubting myself on that. Fragment. know if it's something that can spawn little fairy islands, so let's just double check. All in this area. Yeah, okay. Just to be safe. Yeah, there's just mysterious stone. There's no ice here. We are either unlucky or lied to. Or both. I don't have much of the moss either, so might as well while we're here. Where was the little entrance we took down? Up here. This isn't it, but it's... Oh, the other way to get there, I guess? Either way, we need a lot of these. And then this is the destroyed and there's stuff underneath. There is stuff underneath. It's a little secret hidden room with a food poster. A poster overflowing with personality, hanging on a wall to show off your artistic sensibility. That's a great poster. Well, gonna take that with us. Okay. And where are we going? Here. And there's just the actual entrance to the cave. Set up everything. This is how we were supposed to go down. Okay, so yeah, no ice. Okay. Should have gone to well, no. We got the poster. And that's a pretty great poster. So, okay. There weren't a lot of just items around though. Like the little Pokeball you pick up. No. Okay, well, we didn't get what we came for, but we found the poster, so sure, well, it's something. I mean, there's tires and a ball and... yeah. Sure, I'll take a non-burnable garbage. That's not at all what I was trying to pick up. Antique clock, there we go. Garbage bins, whiteboard, fire hydrant, garbage bins, tires, tires, traffic cone, garbage. Nope, keep falling. You know what? Okay, we're done. I was just picking up stuff while we can go, but if we keep falling, then whatever. Yeah, okay. Besides those boxes. Okay, let's go. Right, so here, back to Sparkling Skylands. I'll figure out the freezing chambers building sometime before next week. Faint sweet aroma wafts from it. Ocean fishing can be fun. You may meet different species of Pokemon than you would in... I just stopped being able to process words. Arrived home. Time to dump our inventory again. We have storage, so I can just... Okay. So, to make the road there, I guess we actually have asphalt. Let's just make a road. Do we have any road blocks already? We have some. Here? No. Okay, so that's all the ones we have. And we can fix up this road and continue it down this way. Rather than have a road that goes for nowhere. But this is a nice little path. We could continue the path instead. For now, road. Okay. Pick up that. Pick up this. This will replace the ground here because we're making a nice road. We're gonna need a lot more asphalt road. Okay, so if we do this up to this line where the fence starts, it becomes 2 wide, and then 3 wide. That just seems odd. But sure. And then that, we need more asphalt road. And that will continue all the way down to this, which is 4 wide. So it's gonna go 2 to 3 to 4 from 3. So wait, 4, 2, 3. That's gonna be weird. We might just extend it a bit and make it 4 all the way. Where's Asphalt Road? Right here. Still like a bunch of it. And I doubt that's even gonna be enough, but it's good for now. And unlike the Ultra Flame, it's right here. So, if we make this Like, we can just move this fence over one and make it along the side of the road. So if we go down here and we make this 4 the whole way, and then this is gonna be like this. Like that. Because we also want to get rid of this and just open this up a little bit. One more. Like that. Back to here, pick up this. Place those. These, let's just do that. Road. And by putting it right up to the cliff, we don't have to worry about other blocks being there. So now we go just fill this whole thing in. Yeah, we need a lot more asphalt road. And that'll be the road over to the power plant. Also like 150. This... There. Okay, so asphalt road is 4 like that. So now we extend it out 1 to keep that set of 4 going, and then out 2 like this. And now we have a road from there to the power plant. So now we need to figure out a way of closing this off and making this into a power plant basement with a little gate heading out to somewhere. The first zone, I think it is. Well, we can fill this in with the Stan's grass as if it's like the front yard to that. Same with over here. So let's do that. Okay, and here we have rough walls, okay, none of that. Here, Alpine. No. Yes? No. Here. Sky high. That's what we want. And it's a bunch of rock. What's... That's... This is just like dirt, right? Not rock. Striped soil, okay. Put one back. So to fill in this little area, if we just take this, and make a little front yard in front of the power plant. that fills that in. And same kind of idea here. Kind of like the Ultra Flame. I'm just doing a rough job of this here, and I'll go in and make it nicer later. I think I like that little curve. Oh, we do have... We can make those intentionally. We can make a little tunnel through the mountain there. Okay, so if I come back here... We have a little arch thingy, don't we? Yeah. Arch bridge. Okay, so... I don't know how many of these we need. I should have counted. First off, I'll make one and see how it looks. Okay, so we're gonna fly back and forth a bit just to check out if this looks as good as I hope it does. So here, if we put this into the wall like that, we can put... Yeah, okay. So like this, same height as that one. But then 1, 2. If we just destroy this, to take this cliff here, and put it into the wall, like that, we can go right across and have it be part of the path. Now that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 7, so 6 more. And stone brick tiles, 1, 2, 3, so 21. 1, 2, 3, so 42? Maybe? I'll just do 50 to be safe. So 6 more arches and 50 of like stone brick kind of deal. Where is that? Wait, would these stone bricks? That's not really a brick, that's more... That's stone brick. Would that match though? That kinda matches, so we need 6 of these. And then I'll do a smart thing and make just 1 set. Okay, it doesn't want to go on it, but... Oh, that's not even kinda close. I mean, it's... stone brick. What's the other one that's kind of stone brick-y? Like, this one is more gray. It's tiling, but it's... Is that one gonna match better? I mean, it's not perfect, but it's close enough. If I had something halfway between those, it would be ideal, but whatever. So we need 50, so just do stone tiling, 4 more of that. So now this. That's close enough. And now we have a little support keeping the ground here away from the... Oh, I should have not destroyed that. Oh no, it's okay. Curve towards rock, curve to the curve shape to it, fits nothing to achieve, sounds good. Okay, so if we destroy all of this... We leave the stuff above, because that's what we're stopping from falling onto the road. Now we clear up this. And this. Just a little bit more. One more layer back where we're gonna make our wall. And last few. So now we take our stone tiling and we make a wall of it. Then we take our arches and we make a wall. Then we take the rest of this and make a wall. And now we have a little tunnel. It doesn't quite match, but it's the best we have. This stuck out a little bit further than I thought it did, but that is not a problem. We just get rid of this here. And we just move it a little. And just like that, our tunnel is complete. Maybe add a little just because it looks odd there. There. And now we have a tunnel through the mountain. Bringing us to the power plant. Okay, so... It actually is trying to cool inside already. Kind of like the Ultra Flame. The inside is okay. It's the outside... Which still doesn't even look that bad. Because it's not trying to sell itself as an Ultra Flame with no flame. This is just an abandoned power plant. Which means the only thing really to decorate would be, again, this outside area. Which we can do. Might as well grab that little thingy down there while we're here. Grab this. Put the grass back. I mean, I wish it blended a little better, but I'm kind of happy with our little tunnel here. Other than that, I will be right back. Just gonna go for just a minute. And we're back. At the risk of feeding into stereotypes there, I went to use the washroom and got distracted by Timbits. So, let's just... We can probably add at least a little bit of grass to the side, like even just for the fence. All the way across here. We can probably keep most of this. I'm thinking we find a spot inside to put an elevator. Like, this way goes to the main power plant, but this way, we can just put an elevator in the end here and have that bring you down to the bottom floor. So if I... Wait, where are we? Relative to... Pretty much right past the end. So here... Can come out here and connect to this. So we can do it that way. Let's just grab another 2 elevators and a bunch of ladders. You have to throw so much food when you're... Does Magneti use more food than normal? Or is it because you're just placing like 9 blocks at a time and everything? Where's elevator? I thought it was near the bottom. Oh, there we go. It was closer to the top. We have just enough tainted gears. Okay, so we do 2 elevator platforms. Then we add a bunch of ladders, which we went the wrong way for. There. I don't know. Okay, we don't have much iron. If we don't have iron, do we have ladders already? Oh. We have 10. That should be enough. You know, we'll just use the last of the iron on ladders. We'll have 15. That'll be... I'm 99% sure 10 is more than enough. The only part that I'm unsure about is the top... Like, you connect the ladders in the top, right? Does the top elevator have to have it go all the way... No, it doesn't to the wall, so it only goes to the bottom. Okay, no, we were fine. We were fine. What wall is this? Concrete wall. Oh, the same one I was using. Okay, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. So this is unfortunately does not line up right. That, like, the only way for that to line up nicely would be to push this whole wall out by 1. Which would be such a pain to do. That's 3. So if we just have it face this way, though, it's fine. So if we get rid of this and this, it would be better if it was that way. This way, though, will still work. And then... Yeah, that's gonna be like that. Okay, that works. What flooring is this? Iron tiling. So we go back 1, 2. Okay. Fair enough. That will not work. That, in hindsight, is an obvious problem, yes, that I should have seen coming. I don't want to push this whole thing out once, that would be a big pain. I can't put it in this wall because, in hindsight, it's really obvious that it's not a thick wall. There's this on the other side. And all of this. So we would have to just close off this whole thing. I liked the idea of it being over here. But the asymmetrical nature of it will bother me when it's off. Like, by the wall between the pipes, that works perfectly. It's just the flooring that's off. So maybe it won't be so bad when it's done. Because, like, sandwiched between the pipes like that, it fits nicely. So if anything, it's just because there's this going in. So I could actually just widen the path by one, and it would still work. Okay, let's do that. So if I remove this, and this, and this. Oh, you do have to have the elevator there. Okay, so that would be this far out. Which kind of sticks out a lot. That would be in line with this. Okay, so in line with that first column between the windows here. Which means when you step out of it, you would be here. And then we just put a little path out this way and towards that. Okay. Yeah, I can't really build it further out because then it would stick out of the wall on this side. Yeah, okay. So, here we're gonna have to... 1, 2, 3? Is 3 enough? Is it 4? There we go. Okay. Before we do that, I'm gonna have to make a hole for the thing to go through. How... Yeah, I think this first line is okay. But because it's a round circle, the rest, this like 3 by 3 has to go. This 3 by 3 here. Down, get rid of this, get rid of this. And just do this right down to the ground, which was, actually we're surprisingly close, just like 1 more, okay. Let's spot a cliff rock. Okay, so we need this for this whole hole. Here, yes, get rid of that, go back to this. I did not mean to destroy, whatever, to replace that with like wall anyway, so that's fine. that. Twice more. Come back up here. I no longer think 10 was okay. Come down here. Again, trying to face out. There we go. Nope. There we go. Do both of these. Nope. Well, we managed to get it to the end. And rock smash down just this one column. Clean up this. I actually really like this path and I'm kind of sad it's gone, but I like our power plant thing also, so, you know, you can only have one of those. Okay, so now I need more ladders. And then we're good on that. So that's concrete wall. Let's do a lot of concrete wall. And let's see, what do they use for floor? Mostly this. What is that? Iron plate flooring. Okay, so we need a ton of iron plate flooring. Concrete wall. And stone flooring. A lot of concrete wall, a lot of iron flooring, stone oh, we didn't have no iron. Iron flooring's gonna be a little difficult. Okay. Concrete wall, we should have a ton available. Because we were using it in the tower there. I'm staring directly at it. Here we go. Yeah, we have a lot. We'll just, sure, 200 to start with. Because we also need stone floor. Do we have like iron? Hexagonal flooring. Iron plating. Stone flooring. So let's do like another. We need so much stone. Okay, so we have that now. We don't have the iron. Now, what's the exact name of it? So I'm gonna Google it. And is that something that we can craft, just haven't bought the recipe for yet? And before I go to each of the different places and try to figure that out. Iron plate flooring. Okay. Pokopia. Iron plate flooring recipe. Iron plate flooring. Daily shop special sparkling water. It is pure luck that we find it. Okay. So we want to put one here. Then head out this way. So we're underneath. And now we can take the... No, it's not stone flooring. The wall. underneath the flooring that's there. Yeah, like that. Oh, of course. Okay, so now we can take this stone wall and fill in the interior of our basement. Like so. There. And this one corner just to fill in the diagonal gap. So we do that, 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 that. What is used as a ceiling? Oh, the ceiling's just more cement wall? Okay, well that's easy. So it comes down. Here. We place another one. We can make the roof a little higher. Not as cramped feeling. Okay, so this is gonna be the walls and ceiling. So here's okay, so now we have an elevator down that will connect to this. And that will bring you to the here with beautiful scenery. To the power plant, which will connect to the rest of the city. So that's coming along. Then we'll just need to close up this somehow. And just make a little hallway that connects this and this. Which is not going to be hard, that's just an L. So that'll go this way. We can have just a little entrance to the elevator, and then this opens up, and we can make this a bigger room, which will be nicer. And then just, yeah, close up this. Just more rock going down, the soil coming out a bit, up, all unevenly like that. Really just the same way that goes here, with just up like 4, out 1, up 3, out 1. That's gonna be tedious, but not too bad to do. And then we're mostly done. Like, this already looks nice. Do I still have the grass on me? I do. There. Fill in this real quick. That should have some more of this striped dirt going up. Striped soil. Just to make it less sudden about it. Like, we can add one here and it goes up fine. But then we should have a bit more dirt along here. We can put a grass there. And yeah, come on. There. Oh, I still have a bunch that way. That's why. There. There. Kind of follow that hill that we have beside it. And it's not as sudden now. Then this needs to be filled in with grass, so we'll just do that. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with that. Around here. Soil, because we're just gonna fill it up with grass above it. At the very least, this should be the right kind of soil. So if I just take grass, hide all of that soil there, and then take this underneath, fill in this too, so that it covers that diagonal, and that's now filled in. And at this point I can just kind of probably bring this out a little bit so it's not, again, quite so suddenly up. Then do that. And that. That is different grass. The sky grass, and is that why I had that other type in there? Oh. Because this isn't... That's alpine. That's why I had alpine grass on me. Okay. That explains it. This is alpine grass. I didn't even notice this is a completely different color. Well, I'll be fixing that later. As I had a check. Dennis. I should at least replace. No, that's dirt. That's a beautiful with grass. Cool. That all needs to be changed. I can at least make it the right kind of dirt. So it's the same color matching at least. That's something I can do. There we go. Okay, well, I'm going to come back later and fix all of that. And by later, I mean tomorrow, because I have to go and go to a different dream island to make sure I get the right kind of grass. Yeah, the Dreadnought Island was Alpine? Or not Alpine, Sky? I think? Yeah. Yeah, it was. Was it? Yes, okay. In that case... that's what we're doing over here. So that's the idea of what this is going to be. I'll make another room down there that connects those two and close up this with the right kind of soil and grass. And we have that planned, so I'll also start building the freezing chamber. And that's basically done? Does the Ultra Flame is finally flamey enough? The lava fall looks solid until you get close enough. Now it's red. Back here, this is just a stone wall around the front. Right, so come around this way. I need to build roofs. Come down here, just right down to the bottom, because we did a bunch of the things. Challenges, like we did Dream Island, we did different structures, the abandoned power plant, that's 5,000 right there. Do we have, okay, that's all, yeah, it's that, okay. Yeah, that makes sense too, over here. Okay, we do have a bunch of alpine grass. That's good. I have some like jumbo cords, control unit. I'll throw that into the power plant. I can move Magneti over here as well, so that'll be an appropriate spot for him. Okay. Hello. It's the flower seeds. Okay, it's not going to be too bad to go back and fix all of that. I think I can do that relatively easily. Oh, sparkling water. Is this going to be the iron tiling flooring recipe? Please, is it? I don't think that's a recipe, right? Oh, it is a recipe for a recycling bin. I mean, that's kind of neat. Yeah, I'm gonna put the roof on that entrance just so it pours out the side and less pool on top. Okay. In that case, I think we're gonna call it here, because that's all gonna be things that are gonna take a while, and we only have like 10 more minutes until I'd call it anyway, because we still have to do our pack opening. So let's just do that, and then we'll call it for tonight. Back up to full. Okay, we'll just do our pack opening and call it here. And over the next week, I will finish closing in the power plant, build the room for it, and get the freezing chamber started building. That's the last of the destruction though, because at this point all three of them will be built, so we can move on from just destruction. Pack, well said. It is pack time. Full screen, let's do this. This is the last of our temporal forces. Okay. First, we've got a green ball. It's the, what's their name? Cottony. The little fluffy ball thing with the leaf wings. Next up, Carvana. I feel like we did like a bunch of that guy. Next up, Ekans. That's actually kind of cool art. I like that Ekans. Then we've got Turtwig. Okay, once I look at the name, I can see the Turtwig. The little leaves on the top of the head. Okay. Wow, that's just glare. What even happened to this picture? Ancient booster energy capsule. There we go. Wow, if I angle this just slightly this way into the light, that is just... Okay. Anyway, moving on. Iron treads. Let's just hold it directly in front of the camera now. Buddy Buddy Puffin. That is a great name. Iron hands. That was the... yeah, okay. Arbok. And... Relatenth. So no fancy one for our last temporal forces. No fancy card today. Then energy. And finally, for whoever wants it, the code. Okay, so thanks for joining this week. We did the power plant. We did most of the power plant, really, just to clean it up a bit. And next week will be the freezing dicey chamber fountain thing. Anyway, have a shining week, everybody.